Hey everyone, welcome back to another Chelsea Knows Crypto video. I hope everyone is happily cryptoing. I definitely am. And it has been a while since I've been on. When you're creating content that is supposed to be current, it's really hard to batch record in advance like we do for our other channels and platforms. But this one had to take a little break because I do the whole herbal remedy thing. So I have this amazing turmeric honey tea that I've been making. If you want the recipe, I'll actually put it in the description below. It does wonders, but it does take a little bit to clear things up and get your voice back. So it has been a big couple of weeks, and how great has it been to be watching history be made like right before our very eyes? The SEC basically had no choice, and in true stubbornness as donkey fashion, waited till the last minute to announce that spot Bitcoin EFTs could be launched in the United States. They gave the green light to 11 asset managers. Today, I really want to shed light on something that no one seems to be talking about. Either I'm nuts, or a lot of people just haven't thought about it that much yet. I read this super interesting and insightful article on Coindesk.com that was written on January 11th by David Shewd. I want to help put a spotlight on this article, and I'll put a link to it in the description. David's article is titled "The Biggest Bitcoin EFT Threat No One is Talking About," except me right now. I'll admit, it's a great hook in the title, and it got my attention. And as I was reading it, I found myself nodding my head, and I thought, wow, this would really help a lot of people. They need to read this article. So here we are, you and me, and I want to share what I've read. He points out that a majority of Bitcoin EFT issuers have chosen Coinbase as a custodian, which is a concentration of risk. Even if that's the safest option, new cybersecurity standards are needed to make crypto custody truly safe. A few are not using Coinbase to store their Bitcoin, including Fidelity and VanEck. Pretty much all the others are using Coinbase as its custodian. And I feel the same as a lot of people. I think Coinbase is about as safe as any exchange can be. But side note, please don't store your crypto long-term on exchanges. Yikes, that is so scary to me. You know the crypto anthem right now, right? Sing it until you can't get the tune out of your head. Not your keys, not your crypto. Maybe pick a silly or annoying tune to get it stuck in your mind. Baby shark, do 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 do. Not your keys, do 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 do. Not your crypto, do 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 do. Now maybe you won't forget it after this video to get your crypto off of your favorite exchanges. You're welcome. So let's think about what it means to have 9 giant investment companies using Coinbase as their custodian for Bitcoin. Just on the first day of the EFTs being approved, US Bitcoin saw $4.6 billion in trading volume. This is only one day. Just try to imagine where that'll be in a week or a month or a year, 10 years. This number is going to continue to grow. And what does that mean for our trusty custodian, Coinbase? Well, I'll tell you what it means. Coinbase just got a massive target put on their back by all of the crooked hackers out there that want to steal your crypto. Let me do Coindesk's article justice by quoting it here. What worries me is the extreme asset concentration in a single custodian. The article goes on to explain that today, most trusted custodians make sure to protect assets like stocks or bonds that are based on legal agreements, making them something that can't be easily stolen. However, when it comes to Bitcoin, it's much more like cash or gold, a bearer instrument. If there's a successful hack in the crypto world, it's almost like a classic Wild West bank robbery. Once the thief gets a hold of it, the money just kind of vanishes. So for a custodian dealing with crypto, one slip up is all it takes for the assets to vanish completely. It's likely that Coinbase will end up with multiple of tens of billions of Bitcoin just sitting there in Coinbase's digital vaults. Don't think for a moment that criminal masterminds won't be working overtime to get their hands on some free Bitcoin. We can't ignore history. It can be one of the best teachers to us. And all of history reminds us that crooked people will spend lots of time, money, and energy to take something that they want and get gain. Back in the mid-1800s, Manhattan Savings Institution was supposed to be the safest place to store all of your valuables. And it wasn't just a bank, it was a depository, a place that acted like a custodian for precious assets. It was where most prominent, it meant the Manhattan Savings Institution became the focus of criminal masterminds. And It was. George Leslie was responsible for over 80% of all bank robberies in the country. And sometimes he'd take up to 3 years to patiently prepare and plan to execute his heist. Back then in the 1800s, if you stole cash and got it out of the local area, it was almost impossible to track and determine where it went. The money was gone. And I find myself sharing the same concern expressed on the CoinDesk article about one custodian. Highly skilled and motivated criminals will be creative and patient and crafty as they perform their hack attacks. And if hackers get their hands on somebody else's Bitcoin, just like bank robberies in the 1800s, if the Bitcoin's stolen, it's somewhere between crazy, crazy difficult to ultra impossible to ever get back. There are a number of groups of people, or worse, countries, that come to my mind that I think would stop at nothing to get their hands on these digital assets. Anytime something of value is stored, it has a level of risk associated with storing it there. I like Coinbase, so please hear me. I'm not trying to beat up on Coinbase. I use them frequently. I believe Coinbase will do all in its power to protect the assets that it holds. That being said, my point is that I believe there are crooked people and groups and even governments with really, really deep pockets who would be willing to spend a lot of time and money to swipe a ton of Bitcoin from a custodian like Coinbase. So I'm curious, what do you think? Am I overthinking this whole thing? Do you think that having tens of billions of Bitcoin held in one place gives reason to be concerned? Would you put all of your eggs in one basket? I really want to know what you think of this. Now, I personally don't keep my crypto on any exchanges. Rather, I've made it a habit of purchasing my crypto and then right away transferring it to my cold storage wallet. And I suspect many of you keep your crypto in a similar fashion. What worries me, the new money that will flow into crypto will not be using cold storage devices to store their crypto, and they'll assume that BlackRock or Wisdom Tree or Franklin or whoever they've purchased their Bitcoin EFT has their crypto safe and secure. I believe keeping our crypto safe and secure is the goal. I worry that Coinbase may not be prepared for the slew of attacks that may be coming their way. So let me know your take on this. And if you're finding enjoyment and value in these videos, don't forget to like and subscribe. I really appreciate your support and I really love this community. Together, you and me, with the YouTube algorithm, we can really help a lot of people make quality choices about their crypto investments. So I'll see you in the next video. Try the tea if you need it. And until next time, happy cryptoing.